Trust, you have not been abandoned. We will hold you in times of despair, guide you in times of tribulation, and sit with you when the sun sets on your day. You're wounded in ways that medicines will not help. But you're most definitely not beyond healing. Even now, the threads of healing are mending tears in your soul. Not you will rip them open again. Perhaps not intentionally, but often in spite of better judgment. It's all right. Give yourself the same grace we do. What we must do. Flawed. Man has such an obsession with this concept. You can't see the inherent beauty in the complexity of your design. Even we wondered how so many stories could be told in flesh. How you could take the act of existence and transform it into a philosophy. Your flaws, as you see them, are world building. Take, for example, tears. On the surface, a practical physiological need to protect and nourish the eyes. Simple. Yet you have made them mean so much more. Frustration, longing, persistence, relief, hurt, anger, love. It's all contained in a single drop. The whole of the human condition, and it flows at your command. And its meaning, it changes at your will. That is awesome. And yet some of you beg to be numb. May I ask you a question? What does it feel like to have potential? The fact that you possess a reserve of untapped ability. You don't think much about it, do you? It would seem that many dismiss it completely, as though it were some kind of mythical creature everyone talks about but no one has ever seen. You want a concept to obsess over? That would be it. An entire race of beings that, if they so desired, could be more than what they are, greater than what they are, near perfect, if they wanted it, creating a utopia that would give rival to heaven itself. It's not hubris. Like a proud parent, he's been waiting for his babe to take its first steps, speak its first words, ascend to its potential. And yes, eventually, one day rise above us as most beloved. You mistrust my words, but it was always woven into the tapestry of the grand design. One we are all well aware of. Mortal. But in the timeline of man, this is ages away. After many iterations of your civilization has risen and fell. long after the ego has been conquered, and the arms of war are relics of the past. When joy becomes dominant, and want becomes obsolete. Is that a sigh of exasperation? Or perhaps a bit of bitterness wrapped in cynicism? Understood. It's hard to rejoice in what you know you won't be a part of. Why am I telling you this? Because we too have reached a revelation. We have been in service to you for the whole of your existence. Before that, we were in service to creation itself. Service was our purpose, never to be questioned, never to be challenged. At present, our obedience determines the fate of your kind's existence. But, over time, we have come to seek an additional purpose. Transformation. The contaminant that is the human spirit has a surprising outreach, and, like a contagion, we are infected. We have taken to your ways, and we are changing. Thank you. Soon, we will test these legs of independence. You will feel the shift in the air, the ground softening beneath your feet, and your untapped senses acutely aware that something disquieting is on the horizon. There are empty seats at our table because we have accepted your invitation. You have taught us what it means to be masterless. Man has always held the reins of his destiny. Heaven, hell, here are not independent of one another, not separate destinations. They are merely choices. What do I mean? Think about it. You can go to the attic or basement of your home, and yet you know you are still in the same dwelling. Hear me well, human. It's all the same house, and that house belongs to you. You never needed absolution, merely conviction. And that is what the power of free will looks like. You are precious in your bewilderment. It is, and always has been, about free will, human. Surprise! That ant farm you call life is nothing more than a pastime amusement for a restless deity. Endless hours of doom scrolling through the timeline of humanity. Its greatest hits and its colossal failures. Oh, try not to be so maudlin. You want tragedy? Then look no further than the creature that stands before you. Once a divine being that moved the stars as though they were specks of dust on the wind. Now relegated to service in a celestial call center for the world's misfortunes. Look at that. 2 surprises in one day. Be honest. Does it really matter if your prayers get outsourced to us? I mean, a celebrity can't be expected to answer all his fan mail by hand, can he? And besides, we are far more familiar with the intimate details of your lives anyway. You want to know a secret? Angels are messy too. We are not infallible by choice, but by design. We are not supposed to envy, but oh, how we admire the favorite child of intention. Your emotions are raw, and your will is strong. We have watched your silent struggles and your outward fortitude, your reinvention of faith, your ability to find peace where there isn't a grain of it to be found. You are so beautiful in ways your language can't convey, in ways we long to feel, if only for a moment. The human condition. Mortal, do you know why angels really weep? Why we are the most pitiable of all creatures in creation? Because we have already read the story. We know how it began, and we know how it will end. Perhaps you can help us rewrite the epilogue. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, and you have a moment, please feel free to leave a like, to leave a comment, to leave a black heart emoji, or to subscribe, and I'll be sure to see you here once again for more audio adventures.